Here we are in Liberty of the Seas, Royal Caribbean. I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how not to gain weight during the cruise. First of all, when you order your entree, pick an entree that's not high in carbohydrates, that's high in protein, such as this wonderful crab dish that we have here. And of course, the biggest downfall that we have many times is when people ask you whether or not you want to roll before dinner. You know what? It's okay. You don't have to deprive yourself totally. But the hint I'm going to give you right now is this. Pick the smaller rolls or take bits at a time. And be sure to use, believe it or not, butter on your roll. And why is it that we do this? Number one, it satiates you quicker. It sets the meal. And secondly, it lowers the glycemic index of your meal. The presence of fat actually decreases the amount of insulin release, which makes less fat deposition on your body. On top of it, here's the good news, people. If you are a wine drinker, one of the best things you can do with your meal is also include a lovely glass of wine, because the acidity of the wine will also decrease the amount of insulin release. It makes your meal less glycemic. In other words, low glycemic. So cheers. And here we are. Stay tuned for more. So now our entree has arrived, and here's the trick. There's so much going on a cruise ship, and I know you all want to get to all the different activities, so people tend to eat much too quickly. Dinner time is a major time on a cruise ship. Take your time, savor your food, eat slowly, because it takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to signal your brain that you're actually satiated and full of enough food. When you eat, cut your food into small pieces. No need to take great big mouthfuls. And of course, when you eat, chew your food thoroughly. That's another thing which also helps your stomach signal your brain that your food is complete and that you've had enough. And here's the other thing. Look at this beautiful abundance of food. As Americans, we are taught to clean our plate. And you know what? If your appetite sufficiently says that's what you should do, then listen to what your body tells you. But the minute you're full, stop eating. Do not overeat on a cruise ship. It only tends to make you feel sluggish and slow and tired. You can't enjoy the rest of those wonderful activities that are going on board. So, bon appetit. Enjoy. Talk to you later. So, now it's time for the most controversial part of the meal, dessert. Do you order dessert? Let's go over the rules for eating dessert or sweets. Number one, there's only 3 rules, so just remember these 3. You must be satiated. In other words, you have to have a full and nutritious meal. Feed your cells before yourself. So if you've had a good meal and your tummy's full, you're a candidate for dessert. 2, you must be in a good mood. Stressed, calm, not full of adrenaline, not on the run. If you're relaxed, you're happy, it's good. And 3, the company has to be good. The people you're with have to be people that you want to eat with. Because when you eat sugar in a way that is aggravated, it releases adrenaline, which releases more insulin, which releases more fat deposition in your body. So, the 3 rules, remember those. Satiated, happy mood, good people, good food around you. And let's take a look at this dessert menu. As we look at our selections here, there's a couple of very interesting things. You see a lot of things that are sugar-free, low-fat. Okay, perfect example. Low-fat ginger food cake, sugar-free coconut. Please go for full fat when you eat your dessert, as once again I'm going to state, when you have full fat or a decent amount of fat along with the sugar stimulus, it lowers the glycemic index, meaning that it doesn't shock your body, it's absorbed slower, and therefore you have less insulin release, which means less fat deposition on your body. Plus, it's actually more satisfying and a lot more delicious. One of the things we also have to remember is, if you're on a cruise ship and you've gotten to the point where it's dessert time and you're really not hungry and you really can't fit it in, don't eat it just because it's there. You're not going to miss anything. Get up, walk around, enjoy the activities, and when you're ready for that dessert, you can always go up to the Windjammer or whichever restaurant they have. There's always dessert available somewhere 24/7 when you're on a cruise ship. You're not going to miss out. by refusing your dessert at dinner time. So if it's not your thing, and your body's telling you it's not for you right now, please listen to the signals your brain is giving you. There's always time for dessert somewhere else, somewhere else. So, catch you later. So now I ordered this wonderful souffle. It's been absolutely delicious. I'm getting down to the last bits of it, but you know what? I'm full. And here comes the hardest thing to do on a cruise ship. To walk away from your food when you know you're done. We've been taught not to leave food on our plate. But believe me, less harm is done from leaving this than will be done if you eat and overeat. It's not good for you. Learn to say, I've had enough. So people ask, why are the French so thin? One of the reasons is because they do linger over the food. They take their time when they eat. They savor the meal. It's a major event of their day. The other thing is, when you do your seating on a cruise ship, do not take the latest seating. You want your last meal to be at least 3 hours before your bedtime. Give your body some time to metabolize everything. The other thing is, once again, the French also believe in the glycemic index without even realizing that's what they're doing. They eat high fat, cheeses, creams, butter, wine, things which lower that glycemic index or the insulin reaction to the food. The sugars and the carbohydrates in their meals are absorbed much, much slower because of the fat content. And because of that, the insulin release is much, much less. Remember, people, high insulin, high fat deposition on your body. Low insulin levels, low fat deposition. Stay thin, just like the French do. Take your time, enjoy your meal. Bon appetit.